I am seeking a complete ban on the screening and telecast of the film Adi Purush across all mediums. In the Sita Haran sequence of the film, Ravan has been shown abducting Sita ji in the presence of Sri Ram and Lakshman ji, where both themselves see Sita ji being forcefully abducted and yet remain helpless and limited court as a representative of a very tolerant Hindu community in India. I am sure your lordships are well aware of the importance that Ramayana holds in the thought and consciousness of every Hindu. I am seeking a complete ban on the screening and telecast of the film Adi Purush across all mediums. My lords, even in this modern world today, whenever we have to refer to a utopian society, there is one word for it, that is Ram Rajya. Shri Ramchandra ji, Hanuman ji, Lakshman ji, Ma Sita are worshipped in each and every Hindu home in this country and across the globe. My lords, most important of all, within the huge corpus of Hindu literature, there are two granths, there are two epics that are classified as itihas, which means that it is lived history. It is not a mere matter of fiction that can be distorted.
Under which provision this screening can be banned?
My lords,
It is the statutory provision
yes, my lords.
available to the Government Union of India.
My lords, under section 6, and herein I am providing a copy of the same to my lords. My lords, under section 6 of the Cinematograph Act.
6.
Yes, my lords. My lords, shall I read it out for the court?
Yes, please.
My lords, may kindly first see the guidelines laid under the Official Gazette of Ministry of Information and Broadcasting dated 6 December 91. Let us first see 1A. The objectives of film certification will be to ensure that the medium of film remains responsible and sensitive to the values and standards of the society. My lords, may now kindly see 2, 8, 9 and subsequently 12. In pursuance of the above objectives, the Board of Film Certification shall ensure that such dual meaning words as obviously cater to baser instincts are not allowed, scenes degrading or denigrating women in any matter are not presented, and most important and relevant in this matter, visuals or words contemptuous of racial, religious or other groups are not presented. Now, my lords, I'll also state the relevant facts in this case, but before I do that, let me give you two small examples of how important the constitution, of how important Ramayana has been to all of us.
We all know.
Okay, my lords, may kindly see this. My lords, this is
Certificate is granted under 5A.
My lords,
5A.
Yes, my lords.
Come to 5B, Principle for Guidance in Certifying Films. A film shall not be certified for public exhibition if, in the opinion of
the authority competent to grant the certificate, the film or any part of it is against the interest of
Sovereignty.
the sovereignty and
integrity of.
integrity of
Only
it.
on two grounds it can be done.
My lords,
How it is affecting the sovereignty and integrity of.
my lords, if I may be allowed.
And there is a provision of appeal also under this act.
Yes, my lords.
A person applying for certificate so and so, and there is a provision of review also.
Yes, my lords, there is. But the matter is so urgent. If I may be allowed to state.
Modifying the certificate.
If I may be allowed to demonstrate the urgency in this matter, the bench may see it a fit case for public interest litigation. And my lords, if I may read 5B1, the security of the state, friendly relations with foreign states. With regard to this, my lords, kindly see
May prefer an appeal. You should come to 5C. Why you are in PIA? When there is a provision of appeal to High Court. 5C.
Yes, my lords. any person applying for a certificate in respect of a film who is aggrieved by an order of the board. My lords, this doesn't cover me because I am not applying for a certificate in respect of this film. The certificate has been
Refusing to grant certificate, granting only A, S, A, U, A, directing the applicant to carry out any exhibition modification. This is by a person. 5E is a power to central government.
Yes, my lords. 5E is a power for the central government.
The film in respect of which the certificate was granted was being exhibited in a form other than one which they certified. The film or any part thereof being exhibited in contravention of the provision of this part or rule. On these two ground and these ground are enumerated in 5B. You are alleging that these fulfilling of, there is a non-fulfillment of this requirement of 5B and 5.
Yes, my lords, because 5B cannot be viewed alone. It must be viewed in consonance with the guidelines issued by the government itself. The guidelines that I have earlier pointed out to, dated 6 December 91. If my lords are satisfied, I may kindly continue.
Please continue. You complete your argument.
Yes, my lords. Now, if my lords may permit, I would like to raise certain objectionable scenes that have been there in the film out of the huge corpus.
These guidelines are framed under which section or?
My lords, these guidelines are framed under subsection 2 of section 5B of the Cinematograph Act of 1952.
You don't have a complete guidelines? You don't have a copy of complete guidelines?
No, my lords, I don't.
Madam, yes, please go ahead.
My lords, in the Sita Haran sequence of the film, Ravan is being shown abducting Sita ji in the presence of Shri Ram and Lakshman ji, where both themselves see Sita ji being forcefully abducted and yet remain helpless and lamenting.
Are they claiming that they made a Ramayana?
Yes, my lords.
Where is
that is absolutely
is there
relevant.
a certificate or as any claim by the
yes, my lords.
producer and director? This is
Yes, my lords.
They have framed the Ramayana. They have picturized the complete story of Ramayana.
My lords, may kindly see Annexure P2.
P2.
Page number 27. Herein I have produced before my lords a transcript of an interview given by respondent number 3 and 4.
No, not interview. Any movie, is there any declaration?
My lords, there is a disclaimer in the beginning of the movie which says...
Where is that? Have you copied it?
No, my lords. I couldn't copy it, but there is a disclaimer before the film starts that says it is not depicted on... It is not an exact representation of Ramayana. It is merely inspired. But my lords, in this interview, if I may be allowed to read from the transcripts of this interview, where respondent number 3 and 4 have unequivocally and clearly without a doubt have claimed that this movie, Adipurush, is an exact and faithful representation of the Ramayana. My lords, if I may read from it.
This interview is available in this web link?
Yes, my lords. This interview is not only available in this web link, I have also made a copy of the interview and submitted it as Annexure P7 in the pen drive, which will be there with my lords' files. My lords, if I may read from the transcripts. Okay. Interview asks, यहाँ पर जो डिपिक्शन है उसके बारे में सवाल उठ रहे हैं और बोला जा रहा है ये कंप्लीट डिविएशन है और फेथ के साथ छेड़छाड़ की गई है. Respondent number 4. Okay, first of all, not even 1% of our film is deviation from the actual Ramayana. जब हम रामायण की बात करते हैं, what comes to our mind? What have you seen in the teaser? रामायण क्या है? रामायण एक कथा है जिसमें the devil king, the demon king, रावण, who हमारी माँ सीता का हरण कर लेता है. भगवान राम माँ सीता को बचाने जाते हैं, समुद्र में पुल बांधते हैं. वो वानर सेना के सुग्रीव की और बजरंग बली हनुमान की सहायता लेते हैं. This is like in a nutshell. This is a Ramayana as told to a 5-year-old kid. My lords, it is very important. Kindly see, this is Ramayana as told to a 5-year-old kid. He will understand this much of story. This is the story we have lived with. This is the story we are retelling. This is the story we are showcasing. So there is not even an iota of, kindly notice, so there is not even an iota of deviance from the actual storyline. Nothing of that sort. Am I right, Om? My lords?
Yes.
Om Rawat is the director and producer of this film. Wherein respondent number 4, Om replies, absolutely, absolutely. The idea is to recreate Ramayana on a celluloid. Kindly noted. The idea is to, and when I say recreate, I don't want anybody to misunderstand, is to change it. When I mean to say is translate from the
Mr.
books.
Mr. Counsel, first you bring that disclaimer on record, then we will consider what they have given us. We will not go by the interview. It was not before the censor board or before the government. We first file a disclaimer.
My lords,
You first file, then we will consider that.
I will, but my lords, I would like my lords to kindly.
Mr. Counsel, we would like to go through that disclaimer first. Whether they are giving declaration that it is a Ramayana or it is only an inspiration. We will consider that, what will be the effect of that.
If my lords would
Okay.
kindly consider this order of the Allahabad High Court and the observations made therein.
It's an interim order.
Yes, my lords.
Okay. When counsel for the petitioner submitted, there is a disclaimer in a movie displayed before starting the movie, in which the producer and director gave a declaration that it is an inspiration from Ram. In order to examine the exact wording of disclaimer, let same be brought on record. How much time?
My lords, may kindly list it on Monday because it is absolutely urgent.
Tuesday लगाए. You file first. List on Tuesday.
Obliged.